All right. Want to make sure everyone can hear me A-okay. Gotta look at the camera. It's right there. It's not right here. It's right there. We're gonna wait a little bit for some other people to join up. So just gonna finish grabbing some things together. Right. Sweet. How you doing, Ty? Glad you can make it. Welcome to my lab. As you can see, all my printers are all behind me, and I don't know where I'm going to put this new one, but we're going to figure that out. So, oh boy. Just going to wait a little while for other viewers to jump on board. So, probably should fix my camera a little bit. Yeah, man. This is just what I have in my garage. Upstairs is a different ballgame. I got like 4 more FDMs upstairs, and then one that's in box down here, and then 2 more that are kind of need fixing. So I need to figure out how I'm going to fix those. Ugh. Uh, that's pretty good. Cool. I'm glad you're enjoying the prints too. I know you're new to the Patreon. I do appreciate you being one of my patrons, and I do hope you are having fun with all those prints. Are you PNW printed on Instagram? Are you gonna have AC in that shit too? Cause I'm in my garage right now, and I got this fan going behind me, that orange thing, and it's hot. Okay, so you are PNW printed. Gotcha. I was wondering who tagged me and on Instagram. I figured it was you. Okay. Um, I'm glad you do. I work really hard with those. Me and my team, we do a lot of pretty much sculpting and modeling all day. And Syndicate Customs, if you haven't heard of him, he's kind of like another Power Ranger S. Like he does Power Ranger stuff, but he also does other like models like Gundam, Transformers, and stuff like that. So he does a lot of cool stuff. And KBM Props, KBM Props is another guy that I love working with. That dude just makes things, and he likes to collab with me, and I like to collab with him. So like a few months ago, we did a lot of collaborations between those two guys, and a lot of the models that came that were shown for you guys came from those two guys because we love to collab. So I gave them a model, they gave me a model. We did a little mashup with the models and stuff like that, and yeah, I like working with those guys. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm having fun. This is what I do. This is what I do for a living. I make 3D prints, and I print pretty much stuff back here all day. You don't see behind the camera is where I keep all my prints and stuff. And I would show you, but I don't have a cable for my camera that's long enough to kind of show you. So probably do another live stream later on or something like that. So all right, well, let's get to the contest winners. So if you're just now tuning in, the contest was ran for about 4 weeks, about a month, and basically the rules were simple. Simple. If you were to show off any of my prints, whether you were a Patreon member or whether or not you got them from my shop or from Etsy or anything like that, if you showed them off and tagged me on social media, you automatically got an entry. Winner gets 3 kilograms of Tech resin, and this is the resin that I use on a majority of my prints. It's super reliable. It's not the cheapest stuff, but it does make your prints look really, really good. So I figured, I use this stuff. I don't know what resin you guys are using out there, but Tech is usually my go-to. And I want you guys to try it. If you like it, great. If you don't, no problem. You got 3 kilograms of resin for free. And that's going to be shipped out to you guys within the week or whoever the winner is. So I need to check those out. I'm learning to make models at the moment, but the most I can do is make a Master Sword right now. My goal is to get there. I will see sometime. Master Swords are actually pretty dope. I just built one. It's sitting upstairs in my room. The blade wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, but it was actually, It came out nice. It's fun to hold. I'm not going to lie about that, but I might go ahead and make it again. I'm actually working on a kikiri sword that I'm going to do the handle out of wood filament to kind of get the wood look, and then doing the blade out of regular PLA. It's going to be for my nephew for Halloween. He's going to have the kokiri sword and he's going to have the Deku shield, and both of those are going to be printed in wood filament. I'm actually working on a video right now on how to actually print with wood filament, because I know a lot of people have tried it, myself included, and they have had the biggest nightmare. Clogs, stringing, just a whole nightmare. So I'm going to be hopefully doing that video sometime this week. So if you're trying to work with wood filament, I got your back. Alrighty, so let's see who is the winner of our contest. And then we'll get into the meat and potatoes of the entire live stream. So let me share my screen really quick. I want to know, not that one. I don't want to show that one. Yeah, wood filament is a lot of fun. Wood filament is a ton of fun. It's hard to work with, and I was kind of scared to use it, but I figured out what printer is good to use and what settings you actually need to actually make sure that your wood filament comes out. There's slight modifications to your printer, like you don't want to use a brass nozzle because the particles inside of the wood filament is going to destroy it. You want to get some hardened steel nozzles. So you need to figure out which nozzles your printer use, and then go ahead and get those hardened steel nozzles. All right, let me get back to this. Share screen. All right, so here we go. Are you guys ready? I am so ready. All right, let's go back here. Wait, can I do it from here? Is that a thing that can be done? No. All right, here we go. So the winner of 3 kilograms of resin. I had a few entries come in. So those of you who missed out, there will be another contest. The first contest that I did, I actually gave away a whole Mars 2 Pro. One of these bad boys right here. And a guy, George Oldfield in the UK, won it. So I remember his name because I was in constant contact with him just to make sure he got it. So next time it might be a printer. Next time it might be some more materials. It all depends on how big the Patreon grows. So you guys actually determine what prizes are going to be given away next time I do a contest. So keep that in mind. Tell all your friends. Show off those prints. Let's get some eyeballs over to the Patreon. And let's grow this thing, because I really do want to give away some awesome stuff in the near future. All right? Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and figure out who wins. PNW Printed Ideas, my guy. You just won. Ty, congratulations, man. I will be sending you out 3 kilograms of resin. I swear to God, that was not rigged. You saw all the names that just flew through there, and it showed you off who won. So I know, man. What are the odds that you would win? That's crazy. The guy who's watching me right now, that's fun. So you got some resin on the way. If you want to kind of mix it up and get some rolls of PLA, we can discuss that too. That's up to you. That's whatever you want to do. So I will hit you up on Patreon in an instant message to discuss, get your address, all your information, so I can send this stuff out to you. So there you go. You use diamond tips? I'm curious about the diamond tips. Where do you get diamond tipped nozzles? I need to know this. That sounds actually pretty badass. I can get into that. All right. Well, let's take that away. Stop screen. So there you go. Winner, Ty. You are the winner, my guy. So how about we get to the meat and potatoes of this entire live stream? So I'm going to do live streams once a week, whether it's working on projects, whether it's opening up new printers, whether it's doing contests, whatever, seeing me work, whatever the case. I'm here to hang out with you guys. So let's go. Let me get this massive printer. So Anycubic has been on the ball recently with releasing a lot of pretty cool new printers. Their last The last printer line that they released was the Cobra series, and I have the Cobra Max upstairs. It was actually top of the line at the time. It didn't use the BL Touch. The BL Touch was actually removed, and they used something called a Levy Q system. So my Cobra Max, I love that printer. It works. It's a little temperamental at times, but it does work. It does work really well, and I've done a majority of helmets and jobs on that printer. But now Anycubic has decided that they're going to go into their M3 series, and I do have the Photon M3 back there in the corner. You can't really see it, but I'm going to actually bring it up so I can compare this one with that one. And if you watch my last video, I did a review video on the Photon M3. Their Photon M3, their M3 Premium, and their M3 Max, which is my dream printer because this thing is ginormous, are all super good printers. The M3 Max only goes up to 7K. I don't know why 7K, not 8K, but it must be some hardware issue or something like that. The M5s, though, actually has a print resolution of 12K. I've never seen 12K before. I have never seen 12K anything before. So I'm actually really excited to open this thing up and let you guys see and all the features, because apparently not only does this thing produce a 12K print, it also is one of the smartest resin printers that is in the market right now. So let's open this thing up. I'm excited. It's been sitting in my garage for like a week, still in box, because I wanted to do this with you guys. Okay. Get my scissors. All right. I might have to pull the camera back or something like that. All right. What are we working with here? And of course, I'm going to do a review video analyzing all the prints and doing comparisons and stuff like that. So there we go. Yeah, let me adjust my camera. Let me pull this back so you guys can see better. I hope that's good enough. Yeah, that should be fine. All right, so first off, it does come with, it looks like a screen protector. Screen protectors are getting very, very important, because would you rather just rip this off if it gets resin on it, or redo your entire screen? Because these printers are getting more sophisticated, and because the resolution is getting higher and higher and higher, it's going to become more expensive for you guys to redo your screen, as in repair it. If you get resin on it and it's cured, it's hard to kind of get off. Now, I have screen protectors on pretty much all of my printers, so all I have to do is peel off the protector and put on a new one. So these things, get on Amazon, look them up, because I would rather spend 20, 30 bucks for 5 of these instead of a couple $100 for one new screen. Just something to keep in mind. Come on, camera. Got to raise it up a bit. Let's see how that does. I need to get a new stand. All right, that's better. Just cut a happy face into it. Oh, Anycubic, you and your shenanigans. Yeah, make sure you get those screen protectors, Ty. That is super duper important, because the more resolution that they're going to get with these printers, like I said, it's going to be stupid expensive to replace them. You don't want that. My Photon Moto X back here, you can't see it, but it's right there. You can see the yellow acrylic. That screen alone was $150 to pop in. It's terrible, but they're going, that's only 4K. We're talking 12K. They don't even make that in resolution for TVs. TVs are still at 4K resolution, okay? They don't make 8K TVs. They don't do any of that. So the more resolution that goes up, the more expensive the hardware will be to actually repair it. So just keep that in mind. Oh, it's stuck. Hang on, let me fix my camera again. I need to get a new stand over here. kind of crooked. Ah. Sorry guys, looking at my pretty face. All right, there we go. Let me get this off. All right, so they got the usual acrylic cover. Pretty decent. The one thing they didn't do, and I guess it's not a big deal, is that they usually come with like a plastic clean wrap, because I like to keep these clean as much as possible. Resin does get on my hand and it does get on my acrylic, but if you can see here, my Creality, it still has the plastic on it. So I can just, if I get resin on my gloves, I need to take that off. It doesn't damage the acrylic, because the acrylic, I just like the way this looks. It's nice. All right, what else we got? Okay, looks like we got the build plate here. Now this is supposed to be a self-leveling printer. As you can see, the build plate doesn't have any screws to level it. This thing is supposed to level on its own. So I'm really interested on how that works. But this thing is huge. Look at that. That is just freaking ginormous. Let me get you guys another build plate from the M3 and let you compare like just how big the thing is. Put on my gloves. So here's the M3 build plate. This is the basic M3 line printer. This is the M5, that right there. When you compare these things, the thing is actually pretty freaking big. My God, look at that. And it has the laser etching for like maximum adhesion and all that fun stuff. So pretty cool. And of course, this is my God. All right, we got the, take off my glove. Ah. All right, we got, of course, your little stash box of everything. Power supply, gloves, scraper tool, ooh, a flash drive. I've been collecting these things like Pokemon cards, dude. You have no idea. What did this set you back, if you don't mind me asking? This was actually a Father's Day gift from my wife. I think the pre-order for it, because it wasn't pre-order when she got it, was about $500, give or take. But Anycubic has been doing like promos. Like if my wife had waited maybe about a month or a few weeks, actually, she would have gotten this with a free new Wash and Cure Mercury Plus, or whatever their Wash and Cure station is. So they're doing some really cool promos for these pre-orders. So if you're looking to get one, I highly suggest maybe ponying up the money to get it, as well as getting that free Wash and Cure station. So this thing came just before I left for vacation last week, so I didn't get a chance to look at this. So there you go. All right, let's get to the build plate. This is the build vat. And this thing looks really weird. Please tear off the protective film and then stick the screen protector according to the usage instructions. So this is the build plate now, or the vat. This thing is huge. Let me go get that M3 vat really quick. Actually, no, let's up it up a lot. Let me get my vat for my Creality really quick. That is the mid-size printer. So this is the vat for my Creality LD006, and this is the vat for the M5. Somewhat the same. I feel like this one is deeper. This one has a special film on it too, where it's designed for high-speed printing. So the film on this, the FEP sheet, is actually designed to pull the print off a bit faster than normal printers. So this won't stretch, it won't deteriorate, it won't damage as quickly as normal FEP sheets. Which means since this is a more sophisticated FEP, it's probably more expensive to get replacements for. Keep that in mind. The more sophisticated the printer, the more likely it is that the replacements are more expensive, unfortunately. All right. Oh, while I'm at it, let's compare build plates too. Because this is roughly the size of my Saturn and it's roughly the size of my Mono X. So this one is definitely longer, the M5, as opposed to the regular Creality. This one has a longer build plate. So I wonder why they did it that way. It's interesting. It's definitely slightly bigger, as you can see. But yeah, this is definitely longer as opposed to this being more wide or deep, so to speak. So yeah, stop for curiosity. All right. So that is the build plate. That is the FEP sheet. Time to look at the main unit because that's the fun part. Let's take this off. Kind of a fun trash day. So this one looks like it comes with a protective cover on it. I think the one that I pulled out and showed you guys before was indeed a replacement. So that's good to know. They give you extra FEP sheet covers. Clean up my trash really quick. All right. So let's see what this says. Please tear off the protective film and then stick the screen protector according to the usage information. Okay, so no, this isn't a screen protector. I have to install it just like I thought, which is okay. Fine, I do it all the time. No big. And we have our, okay, so that just came off. So you can see how foggy it is because this is designed, and it has more of a fabric kind of feel to it too. It's not just like stretched plastic. This is like elastic plastic, if you want. This is designed to literally not deform and pull up the print as it's going and kind of stretch with it too. Other FEP sheets aren't designed to do that. They go for so long, and then after a while you need to replace it because it's worn down, and sometimes prints won't stick like they're supposed to. So there's that. All right, let's check out some of the specs because I do have the spec page open, so we can go ahead and look through that before I turn this on and look at it for the first time. So here it is right here. Like I said before, includes a free washing cure station 2.0, and it comes with an STL, so that's free. And the overall price right now is $519, so that's not bad considering you get a free washing cure station, which I think that alone comes to about a couple $100. So this has a 10.1 inch screen, 12K. Consumer grade leveling free, meaning this thing levels on its own. And I'm really interested to see how that actually works. Do you do it with the print on? Do you do it with the printer off? I don't know. I'm actually curious to kind of see how that goes. And it has 3-time print speed average of 105 millimeters an hour, which I guess is fast. I can't really compute that in my head right now. But the M5, Anycubic does have an M5. And the only differences that I saw is that it doesn't have the 3 times print speed average. It doesn't print as fast. Everything else is still the same, and I don't think it has the level free leveling either, the consumer grade leveling free. So those are the only difference. Other than that, it's pretty much the same printer as the M5. So let's look at some of the specs. Now, I know that Elegoo has been actually doing the same thing. They have their 12K printer. I think it's the Saturn 4 or Saturn 3 that does 12K, and it uses high-speed resin. I don't have any high-speed resin right now. Again, the more sophisticated it is, the more expensive it's going to be. A kilogram of high-speed resin is about $50. So I hope that that's not defaulted to using this printer, that you have to use the high-speed resin. I hope that you can actually sit back and use regular old resin like my Soraya Tech, which is what I really want to do. So hopefully I can do that. All right, let's go and check out. All right, so print like a master. We already went over that. Leveling free 3 times faster, 10.1, 12K screen. I'm really interested in seeing that 12K. Smart, simple, and efficient. It prints really fast. The resolution is 12K. It's pretty much saying the same thing. It has an app. Hold on. Hold on. There's an app here? The Anycubic app. That's just what you call it. The Anycubic app. Oh, it's right there. That's cool. Anycubic. Dude, this thing has 1.8 stars. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm going to read some of the reviews on this really quick. Hang on. Your app crashes before I can even log in. Every time. What a joke. Correction. I managed to get past the login to verification. There it crashes whenever. Huh. Why doesn't it only allow you to add a printer if you have one of the 3 models? I have a full-time Mono X6K, but this printer isn't listed. The apps keep crashing. Mostly it seems like the app keeps crashing. Worked once, turned off the printer, and it forgot the Wi-Fi setting, and there's no way to restart them. Doesn't even support older printers. Doesn't send verification email of text. Can't make an account or sign into account. Mono X6K option. Okay, Anycubic, you've taken 3 steps forward in the printing range, but you've taken like 100 steps back with the app. But I'm going to download it anyway, because why not? Because why not? They probably have like STLs and stuff on the app that you can just go ahead and use and print. So that's pretty cool. I want to go ahead and try that. And just print it from my phone. So 12K, they're really selling at 12K. I hope the Lizard actually comes out like that, where you can see all the scales and stuff. I hope that's what it is, because that looks really good. I just want to print the Lizard. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to print the Lizard. Whoa, what happened? I went to where I wasn't supposed to. Okay, there we go. Back again. Leveling free. A mechanical sensor on the cantilever arm detects the fit between the printing platform and the floating level module and automatically adjusted based on the detection results. This eliminates the risk of leveling failure, improves printing success rate. I'm curious if you were to add like one of those magnetic flex plates that you pull off when the print's done, just kind of, you don't have to scrape your build plate. You can just, and the print fall off. How would that work with this automatic leveling system? Is it going to detect that extra 5mm of magnet on there? Or is it just going to keep on going until your screen is destroyed? Very, very iffy. I don't know if people have figured out how to use that with this printer. So we'll figure that out, I suppose, and see how this actually levels. 3 times faster. Photon Mono M5s is able to reach 105mm an hour. So 105mm an hour, I really don't know what that kind of speed is. So let's see if they have a comparison. Okay, so other printers have a 30mm an hour. This one has 105mm an hour. So I guess that's fast in terms of height of your printer or of your STL. I guess that's what it is. It uses high-speed release film. That's what this film is. Able to lower the release force, which ensures a high printing success rate while reducing release height and increasing the lifting speed. Okay, but for that feature, I think you need high-speed resin. I don't think that's going to work with your generic standard regular old Anycubic or Soraya Tech resin. I think you need to be using the high-speed resin in order to kind of take advantage of this 3 times printing speed, faster, whatever. Auto device check. Okay, so it actually detects, I guess, mistakes? I don't know, let's read it. Through multiple tests on the connectivity of the exposure screen, mechanical detection module, and motor operation status, it quickly detects and troubleshoots hardware problems, ensuring smooth and non-destructive connections to help achieve printing success. So like I said in the beginning, this is actually one of the smarter printers. It knows when it's about to do something and tells you whether or not if there's going to be a problem. That's pretty cool. It's kind of like the Cobra. tells you when it's going to be a problem, or the Anycubic, which I have upstairs, the fastest printer of all time, like 250 millimeters a second, and people have tweaked it to run it at 500 millimeters a second. That's fast. I can compute that. This thing has an auto AI system that will tell you if there's any mistakes going on with your print as it's going, and will either try to correct it and let you know, or just let you know and let you decide on whether or not you want to fix it. So they're getting more sophisticated with these things. I used to know how, like my Mars, I know how that works. I know how to replace every single aspect of my Mars. This, I'm afraid to crack it open and look at it, because there's probably hardware parts in there that I have no idea what they are. Sensors and all that fun stuff that I have no clue what it is. All right, moving on. This thing is, I think it has a resin detection. In order to reduce printing failures caused by insufficient resin, I have been there plenty of times, trust me. The resin detection mode is present to intelligently detect whether the amount of resin in the vat meets the printing requirements before printing, minimizes print failures due to resin shortages. How does it know to do that? How does it know to do that? I know the M3 Max and M3 Premium have a resin like fill vat. Like if it detects lower resin, it'll actually bring in more resin. There's like a suction tube that goes into the resin bottle, and it pours the resin in, and it actually tells the printer, hey, not enough resin in here, pour some more in here, and it does it. But how does this thing know to do that? Because you're adding the resin by hand, right? And if you don't have enough, what are you going to do? Now, earlier printers usually would have like a measuring thing right here to tell you how many milliliters of resin is in here. And if you ever slice some Chitu box or lychee, which obviously you have, it tells you approximately how much resin is going to be used with this print, and you can kind of just do the math and fill it up. Most people just dump the resin in there and kind of call it a day and go for it. But I kind of do the math, so I don't overuse resin, and it makes cleanup a bit easier too. So I never overuse resin, and I never underuse resin, because the slicer tells me how much resin I'm using. But for this feature, I'm kind of curious on if I should just go ahead and just put a little bit of resin in there and see how it detects whether or not this thing is going to actually detect. Interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. What I just noticed about this is that the vat here also has like spigots. So usually it has one side where you can pour the resin back into your vat, but this one has it on all four. So that's a pretty cool feature. You know, it also has Max written on both sides. There's a Max there, you can see it, and there's a Max there. So tells you there's only one way, or this thing doesn't go in just one way. It goes in multiple ways. So there you go. Print status detection. The print status detection function will provide reminders for common failures like bottoming out printing, significantly reducing the waste of resin and time. I don't know what bottoming out printing is. Maybe it's like if it's too big, but you kind of get that with the slicer. It'll tell you it's too big. So I don't really know what that's about. Maybe I will find out. It also can smartly analyze the causes of failures and provides effective suggestions to ensuring printing. So this thing can detect problems and can help you. It can help you fix it. That's baller. That's the most ballingest thing I've ever seen on a printer, especially a resin printer. Like the Anycubic has it. That's standard. That's usually that's becoming a standard thing now, because Anycubic has released their Anycubic equivalent that is faster, and it has sort of an AI feature to it too. I think that's their Cobra 2 or something like that. I don't remember. But to see that on a resin printer, I got to know what kind of sensors are running on this thing. I'm super curious now. Like, how does this thing work? How does it tell you that, hey, you don't have enough resin in here, you need to kind of fix it? Anycubic app. Oh, see, there's the lizard. There's the lizard. I want to print the lizard. Popular slice models, STLs available for you to experience 3D printing in just one touch. Task viewing ensures your printing process in control. So this probably gives you like a status update on your phone where you can kind of see it. The Anycubic does that too. I can kind of not only watch it from the onboard camera, but I can also check out printing temperature, bed temperature, how fast it's going, adjust speed, and see how it's doing. And that's pretty cool too. So I'm gonna check out this app. I'm gonna see how this app works. Intelligent mode. Upgraded Anycubic Photon Workshop. I don't use their slicer program. Maybe I should now that they have an update. And maybe you need to use a slicer in order for this printer to work at full capacity. Again, with the AnchorMate, it has its own slicer, and slicing a file in that slicer gives you access to all the features that the AnchorMate is able to do, including the AI feature. You can go ahead and slice it in Simplified 3D or Cura, no problem. It'll still do what you want it to do, but it won't recognize the AI features. That's the only downside. So I'm wondering if to kind of get all these resin detection stuff and all that fun stuff, do you have to slice it in this slicer, or can I go ahead and just use lychee instead? I don't know. I have to figure that out. It's probably going to be in my review video to kind of figure out what it is I need to do. In the new version of slicing software, Anycubic Photon Workshop 3.1, the intelligent mode option can intelligently match exposure parameters according to the model, details, and size, reduce the risk of printing failure caused by improper parameter setting. So basically what it's saying is that it helps you put together the parameters that's required for a print that might be highly detailed or not highly detailed. Okay. You have my attention. Sounds like another comparison video between using lychee with the thing or using this one. I don't know why people want to use their own slicer program when you have Cura and Shitubox already out there. Just, I don't know. And it's free, so you're not making any money off the slicer program anyway. So I don't really know the advantage here. Maybe I'm missing something. I have no idea. All right. New support algorithm. The new support algorithm further improves the printing stability and success rate, reduces damage to the model surface, makes it easier to remove the ports and bottom valves, comprehensively improves the speed of punching and slicing. Punching and slicing, what does that mean? Making slicing easier to use. So I have my own support settings that I use in lychee, and you can catch one of my videos where I actually give you my support settings in lychee that I use for seamless removal of all my supports. Just to show you what I mean, I have this Garchomp here, and you can see there's no support like residue on it. The supports just came off, and this is how smooth my prints look. Each and every time I take it off, it's super smooth, highly detailed, and there's no problem. You don't even know where the supports were. So this is actually for a customer. But my support settings for lychee are super on the nose. But I kind of want to see what Anycubic is doing with their new slicer program. So I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but I might end up going ahead and downloading it and giving it a go and just seeing how it works. The first time I used it was terrible. I did not like it. See, dude, I want this lizard. You can't even tell which one's the fake one. I bet you this is just a real lizard that just is not moving. I don't know. I don't know how lizards behave. If you guys are lizard people, let me know. Does this look fake to you? It looks fake to me, but it could be real. I don't know. I wouldn't put a resin printed lizard in a habitat with a real lizard, but I'm not a lizard guy. I don't know if that's like, does he think that's a friend? Like, oh, I'm just going to 3D print him a friend, and he actually thinks that this is actually a friend? I don't know. I want to check that out. That dragon looks pretty cool, and it was printed on an M5. Look at that mesh. That mesh looks really good. Now that's the kind of details that I'm looking to get. That mesh right there, you will never see that on a 4K or a 2K printer. Like even an 8K printer might be pushing it, but you will never get those sharp details on the printer. So let's see the video. Why not? Why not? You guys are here, you're hanging out with me. Let's see what this is all about. Turn this up a little bit. Probably won't hear because of my microphone plug. I can't hear it. You might be able to hear it. Okay, so we probably sit here and play with the interface a little bit. Let's see what it gives us. And that's going to be the first thing I make. That is a real lizard. just threw it in there. Here you go, buddy. Here's your friend. Just waiting for you. There you go. Are you happy? You're not lonely anymore. All right. Print like a master. I will print like a master. I'm going to enjoy printing like a master too. All right, so here's most of the tech specs. This thing is about 20 pounds, 190 ounce, 5.4 liters. So you can fit 5 bottles of resin in this vat. Now, I don't know if it's up to the max line or if it's up to the brim here, but you can fit 5 bottles of resin in this thing. Oh my gosh. Machine dimensions, 18 by 10.6 by 11. So 18 inches high, 10 inches wide, 11 inches, or 10 inches deep. No, that was right. 10 inches wide, 11 inches, something or other. I don't know. Printing dimensions, you can get 7.8, 8.5, and 4.5 inches. So this build plate is 8.5 inches wide. Wow. The depth is 4.84. And no, I think the width is 7.8. The height, which is probably tallest, is the 8.5. I think that's what it is. Yeah. I could be wrong. No, height, width, depth. No, I was right. Yeah. The height is 7.8 and the width is 8.5. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Double liners with 1 micron or 10 microns. LED matrix UV light source. So they didn't really do anything different with the LED lamp. It's pretty much the same lamp that's in all their printers. But the takeaway here is the resolution, which lies in the LCD panel that's in this printer. So that is the magic. That's where all that happens. Unibody design with scale lines. That's in the resin vat. I don't know what scale lines are. Maybe it's where the max is, I suppose. Exposure screen 10.1, monochrome 12K, 480 to 1 contrast ratio, 4.7% light transmittance, and 2,000 hours typical lifespan. That's the thing with the resin printers. At some point, you're going to have to replace the LCD. I've already had to replace the LCD on my Saturn twice. Because that's how often I use it. So at some point, these things do give out after a while. That's what makes this hobby so fun and expensive. Laser engraving aluminum alloy on the build plate. Control panel 4.3 TFT touch control. That's a whole ass panel in there. Cool. Removable cover effectively blocks UV radiation. This is good old acrylic. Replaceable anti-scratch film. I guess that is the film that I got here. 100 watt rated power. Data input USB type A 2.0 and Wi-Fi. I've never used a resin printer with Wi-Fi, so I'm interested. And of course, here's all the stuff that comes in the box. Ooh, instruction manual. Probably should look at that. So here's the Mono 5S and here's the Mono 5. So the only thing that the Mono 5 does not have, actually it's a lot, it doesn't have the leveling free, the 3 times faster speed, auto device check, resin detection, and print status detection. So this thing has, the M5 has the 12K, it has the Anycubic app, and it has the workshop. So basically all the things that make this printer an S from the M5 does not have. I would be pissed if I bought the M5 because they didn't release the M5S like last year or anything like that. That thing came out this year, and the M5 I think came out in March, March or April. So I'd be pissed if I bought the M5 and the Anycubic was like, here's the M5S. I'm like, dude, you should have like announced them at the same time. I'd be super upset with that. No joke. All right, you guys ready to plug this bad boy in? Because I'm ready to plug this bad boy in. I'm ready to see how this thing works. I hope you guys are still with me. All right, so we went over all the specs. We took this thing apart. We had a look at it. We did some comparisons. Now it is time to see how this thing actually works. So let's get the power supplies. Let's get the box. Let's turn this thing on and see what we're working with here. Okay, here we go. I really should have bought some high-speed resin. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have got some. So I can test this high-speed feature. But now I'm thinking, like I said, I think I might have to use the Anycubic Workshop app in order to use this printer exclusively to get all the AI features, but I don't know. It might work with Lychee, it might not. I have no clue. I'm curious to see how that works though. All right, let's plug it in. There we go. If you guys are late to the party, I already did the contest drawing. PWM printers, or printed, I don't know, I'm sorry if I said it wrong. Ended up winning the 3 kilograms of resin. But don't fret, there will be more contests. Don't fret. I like saying don't fret, it's a lot of fun. Don't fret. Ah. All right, so it's always fun when you turn on the printer for the first time. Never know how that's gonna go. All right, pass up. I see one thing that I don't like. I don't like it already. The one thing I don't like, the power button is in the back. Why, Anycubic? Why not put it on the side? Why put it in the back? Why? All right, here we go. Turning it on. I'm gonna lower you guys so you guys can see it. There we go. Thought I was gonna do the do 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 do. All right, I'm gonna get on the other side so I can see. Okay, so this thing has the print here. I want to go to tools. I want to move the Z-axis up. Oh wow, you can go to 50 millimeters. That's cool. So this thing is super quiet. Not as quiet as can be, but pretty damn quiet. See if I can make it go up again, another 50. So usually your printer has 1 millimeter, or 0.1 millimeter, 1 millimeter, and 10 millimeter movement. This one, you can go, what does I say? 0.1, 1, 10, and 50. You can go up 50 millimeters. Alrighty. All right, so I gotta put on, I'm gonna put this screen on. Another cool feature that I just keep on discovering things about this vat is that it does have legs here. What are you doing? Why is it going up further? Okay. Stay, because you're almost at the top. This does have little legs, so you're not putting the FEP sheet directly on the surface of whatever table. And my table is filtered, so that's good to know. I'm going to install the protective cover here. Oh, I see how they did that. They cut out to where the holes are not being blocked. Clever girl. All right, here we go. I'm just going to remove this. Yeah, make sure you guys are getting that FEP sheet. And it tells you how to do it. You have the one right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then the two. So peel off the one first, put it on there. You want to kind of use a scraper tool to kind of get out all the air bubbles, obviously. So there we go. So the way this film is lined up tells me that they have a specially made film for this printer already, which probably is going to be probably more expensive. I keep complaining about how expensive something is, but that's something you just should take into account, especially when better technology for a hobby comes out for you, you know? But, you know, whether or not this is more expensive, you should always take care of your LCD screen. Like, 100% take care of that thing. Because they're only going to get more expensive as they keep on coming out with more. Trying to get this on here right is actually very difficult. Because now you got to line up the holes and the cutouts to make sure everything is symmetrical. And I need everything symmetrical because I'm super anal about that. I will sit here all day until something is symmetrical. You just want to kind of get all the air bubbles out. fill off number 2. There we go. 12K screen, huh? I'm curious to see if they have any replacement screens on Anycubic's website and how much they actually cost. Make sure you guys take care of your hardware. Take care of your hardware, it'll take care of you. Let's see if this fits like it should. And it does. Look at that. There are some pegs that need to go in here. I hope they're in the box. Yep. Yep, so these pegs need to be inserted, so of course the build plate doesn't go up from those. You are absolutely right, Ty. Quality over quantity, you know? Of course, you got to make sure the product is worth the price, you know? I think this is actually worth the $500 price point, but I can't fully tell you that in confidence because I haven't printed anything with it yet. So this goes on. Right? Am I being dumb? Oh, yeah. Gotta look that up. Well, there you go. So I'm going to check the UV light because, you know, you always got to check that. I always check my UV lights every so often because you never know. Your UV light might not be working like you think it is, and then you turn it on, you waste a whole day of printing or something. Kind of a pain in the ass. No, I didn't want to home it. No. Okay. All right, let's see this UV light. Exposure, 10 seconds. Oh, look at that. You can see all those sharp details in there. That looks good. Alrighty. What else is there? Move the back plane. Let's see what the whole light looks like. Look at that array. That looks clean too. That looks really clean. And 10.1-inch screen. Yeah, that's a 10.1-inch screen, all right. They're not cutting any corners. I can tell you that much. For shit thing giggles, I don't mind it. If I can find my ruler. Might not be able to find my ruler right now. You would think that I would. Ah, here it is. I do have a ruler. $10.1-inch screen. Yeah, on the money. All right. I'm curious. I want to print something, but I don't want to. Do I need high-speed resin? That's my question. That is my question. I need answers. Is it even going in? Oh, there it is. All right. That's trash. Probably should look at the instruction manual. There you go. Looks pretty good to me. Fix this like that. All right. Remove the cured resin sheet with a plastic scraper. Okay. So this has a cloud. Anycubic app. I guess you have to connect to the app. I mean, this is some super sophisticated printing here. I'll go back. All right. So I'm curious to see how the app works, how that all goes down. There's a lot to this thing than just, oh, put it together, level it, print, go, you're done. Try it again. So I kind of want to see what's on this thumb drive, which is on the side. Why couldn't they put the power button on the side? Why does it have to be in the back? Those are silly questions that don't have answers. I'm not complaining. I kind of am, but you see my point. Throw some more trash away. Be right back. All right, let's see what is actually on this thing. You got a test. What is this? That looks like something. It says normal. So I guess that doesn't require any kind of high-speed resin. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. My mic got disconnected. Hopefully you guys can hear me. All right, let's see what's on here. So this has it broken down into normal and high speed. So this is a default, and then you have a test high speed, and then you have another test here that's high speed, or default. So I guess this is normal. Model feature. This is supposed to take 33 minutes. That's supposed to take an hour. So it looks like I do need the default resin fast. So I guess it has two different features here where you have high speed and fast, because the time here is 1 hour and 56 for this model. And then for this one is 3 hours and 3 minutes. So I'm guessing there's something to do with what program you're going to be slicing with, which makes perfect sense. So that is probably something I'm going to have to dig into in order to see what this thing can do. So since I don't have any high-speed resin, a lot of this stuff I won't be able to do live, unfortunately. I'm going to have to sit and wait for the print to get done. But I will be doing a review video, obviously. So if you guys want to tune into that, that should be coming this week, along with my wood filament video. So I think that's where I'm going to end it here. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. If you're just now tuning in, we just unboxed the Anycubic Photon Mono M5s. So if you want to watch the rewatch, have fun. I go through all the details of this thing, and I'm actually excited to kind of get one of these demo prints started and kind of seeing how this app works. You know what? And let's see how this app works, actually. Yes, I agree for you to take my information, Anycubic. Why not? So you do have to create a login. That's... You have an account, automatic registration on the first time login. Okay, cool. So I don't have to do all this nonsense stuff. So I'm just going to do it this way. Gmail.com. All right, let's see. Please read and agree to the terms. Why do I have to agree to anything? I bought your printer. I think that's agreement enough. All right, log in. So I'm logging in right now. Let's see if this app does what everyone in the comments have said. I have to wait for a verification code. Oh, look at that. It showed up. Cool. All right, let's see. Enter a nickname. Enter a nickname. I got your nickname right here. Okay, so it's asking me to add a printer. So let's see if I can find the printer here. Yeah, see, it only has the Photon M3 Premium, Mono M5s, and the Mono 5 M5. So it only has 3 printers here. That's it. So I'm going to select the M5s, turn on the printer switch, and enter the cloud platform in the main menu of the screen. Okay, so let's see if this thing connects. I will bring the camera down so you guys can see what it is I'm doing. You guys have no idea how badly I want to print that lizard. I want to print that lizard so badly. I just want to look at the details. All right, so we go to cloud and then click the reset network button. The Wi-Fi hotspot will be open automatically after reset. Okay. Next step. Oh, you got to give me your location. Only while using the app. Connect to printer hotspot. So now it's searching for the printer, I guess. Not really sure how this is going to work. I've never done this before. Printer hotspot. It does not seem to be finding it. Let me hit the refresh button. Because if that's the only way to get my lizard, I'm going to be really upset. Ah, there we go. Let's try that. I didn't hit the Wi-Fi button. I said hit the refresh button. So that was weird. So searching again. Still hasn't found it. Maybe I have to disconnect my Wi-Fi in order to connect to the Wi-Fi hotspot of the printer. That would make sense, right? Still can't find it. Just keep your phone as close to the printer as possible. Okay. I really want my lizard. You're not making it easy for me to have my lizard. Let's see, maybe the instruction manual might give me a bit more in-depth information. All right, so it says connect whether it's global server. If not, click to switch global server and wait for the print settings. Please connect the printer to Anycubic app first for remote uploading and monitoring. Okay, well, I need to do that first. So that was useless. Try connecting manually. Okay, so I can go ahead and put in this AC code and see if that helps detect the printer. I hope I don't have to do this every time. If I do, that's going to suck. 608, 6366. Okay. Please open Wi-Fi permissions. Identify the printer name. Go turn on. There we go. Printer hotspot. Connect. Okay, it's doing something. It's doing something. It's connecting. It's doing something. Oh, it's connected. Oh, snap. But it's still loading. Printer connection timeout. Please try again. Of course it did. try this again. It's connecting. It's trying to connect. Printer timeout. Let's try to hit refresh. Reset in Wi-Fi. Reset complete. All right, let's try this again. My Wi-Fi is on. Okay, so this isn't working. I'm gonna have to sit down and look at this to see what is going on. So, that's probably gonna be in my video. You're probably gonna see it. So I guess that's it for now. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will be doing a follow-up video reviewing this entire masterpiece of a printer. So be on the lookout for that coming later on this week, along with another video that I'm doing with my wood filament. And make sure you do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. With that being said, thank you guys for joining in. Ty, again, congratulations on winning your resin. I will be reaching out to you tonight to get all your information so I can send this stuff out to you. So with that being said, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe and stay cool, because where I'm at is sitting at about 95 degrees and it's 9 o'clock at night. So very hot. So take care, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys later. Also, look forward to one last push on my Patreon this week. You guys will be getting a few more rewards. I know it's the last week. I normally do a 5 a week, but why is my camera descending? Why are you descending, camera? Why are you doing that for me? Come here, you're cutting me off as I do my thing, camera. You're not supposed to do that. You will be getting a few more files this week, so please keep that in mind. I've been working on a lot of stuff, so I want to have July. My camera, dude. My camera. I want to have July in with a bang, because August is going to be even better. So with that being said, guys, take care while I go get a new camera stand, and I will see you guys either on socials, Instagram, Facebook, or on my Patreon. So enjoy yourself, have fun, and take care. Bye.